Take my bride, let's go for a ride in my newfangled automobile. Here's where we will go. Nobody knows, but it's sure a great way to feel. Behind the wheel of the Speed Meter Steel, it's my newfangled automobile.
Hello and welcome to Vintage Car History. I'm Wild Bill. If you ever find yourself in a large room full of car museum curators and vintage and veteran car collectors, and I have, you can ask them the question, what was the best production car of pre-World War I? And you'll get a variety of answers. Very few of those folks can pick just one. But you'll hear the Rolls Royce Silver Ghost mentioned quite a bit. Why? Rolls Royce as a company has its beginnings in 1904 with the meeting of the three people involved, and all are mentioned in the company's name: Charles Rolls, Claude Johnson, the hyphen between, and Henry Royce to finish up. How this all came about is on the channel already, as all of these men have episodes here. So if you're not familiar with how Rolls-Royce was established, go check those out and we'll see in a bit. Anywho, the Rolls-Royce Limited Company, as we know it today, was founded 2 years later in 1906. In the 2 years between, the Honorable Baron Charles Rolls, being an enthusiast and wanting to do some serious driving, wanted Henry Royce to design and build the ultimate car. Racing, sporting, grand touring, luxury, however you wanted to use the car, it would do it powerfully, elegantly, and quietly. Through the massaging politics of Claude Johnson, the two men worked together on the project, and by 1906, Henry Royce designed a car that was nothing less than a masterpiece. The 4050 model, which was called that referring to the horsepower, sported a six-cylinder L-head engine of a bit over 7 liters displacement, 3 or 4-speed transmission, and weighing in at 1 ton in chassis form. The model became available on the market the following year. Prior to this model, the company had produced quite a few different models and had them in the offing, but from that point on, CJ insisted that the company only produce one model to offer the public, and that would remain the case for the next 19 years. Actually, the next 5 decades. But the Model 4050, which would become known as the Silver Ghost, was the only car available from Rolls-Royce in 1907 until it was replaced by the Phaeton I in 1926. Each chassis received a serial number, and the car that was named Silver Ghost specifically is chassis number AX-201, or serial number 60551, the 12th car of its type produced. Claude Johnson gave the car the name, as just calling it 4050 had no pizzazz. The London coach building company Barker made the body for the car, which was painted in aluminum paint and given silver trimmings, hence silver. Ghost was due to the quietness of the car. At a time when cars were, for the most part, noisy and unreliable things, the Silver Ghost sported 7 main bearings and a harmonic dampener under the hood, which made it quiet, smooth, and dependable. Being the market genius that he was, Johnson quickly entered the car into just about every reliability trial event on the planet, where it won just about every time. Ensuring plenty of press was abound, the Silver Ghost entered the 1907 Scottish Reliability Trial, where she covered some 2,000 miles without any mechanical failures. An unheard of thing. Next, 15,000 miles was done across the continent, driving every day except Sundays, setting a new world record for continuous travel by car. In 1911, the engine was given a touch more displacement and entered into a new event, the London to Edinburgh trial. All entrants had to run the trial over 800 miles with the car locked in top gear, which chassis number 1701 won, with an average speed of almost 20 miles an hour, and accomplished this while getting 24 miles to the gallon in 1911. For 19 years, Silver Ghosts were declared and advertised as the best cars in the world. During World War I, they would be the best armored cars in the world, but that's a tale for another day. Rolls-Royce opened an additional factory in Springfield, Massachusetts to keep up with the American demand for the car, and between England and the USA, 7,876 Silver Ghosts were built. some 1,500 or so, still exist today. And indeed, chassis 1701 repeated its feat of 1911 in 2021, 110 years later. Was the Silver Ghost the best car of the vintage era? Well, you'd be hard-pressed to find a better one as prolific as the Rolls Royce Silver Ghost. Thanks for watching Vintage Car History, and we'll see you next week. Peace.